The country's inflation rate eased to a 16-month low in April this year. The Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA, reported that last month's inflation rate slowed down to 3% from 3.3% in March. PSA attributed the decline mainly to the slower annual increase in the heavily weighted food and non-alcoholic beverages index at 3%. Naomi Tiburcio has the rest of the story.
Mariluz Carinderia has been around for more than a decade. Despite having a simple food cart, her business is booming among locals. That's why it's not surprising that her daily shopping budget for her food business amounts to more than 25,000 pesos. Reason why even small movements in the prices makes up for a huge impact on her business.
Basta pag bumaba tumaas, walang magbabago sa aming presyo. Pag mas maganda nga, mas bumaba para mas maganda ang kita. Pag mataas, kaunti lang.
Marilu is among many who benefits on the slowdown of headline inflation, which hit 3% for the month of April. This is lower than the 3.3% inflation rate for the preceding month, March, and the lowest since January 2018. The slowdown is a product of the slow increase of prices of food and non-alcoholic beverage, particularly rice, cereals and other bakery products, meat, fish, oil, sugar, among other products.
Among the 11 commodity groups, the top 3 contributors to the overall inflation were food and non-alcoholic beverages, 38.4%, housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels, 23.5%, and restaurant and miscellaneous goods and services, 14.7%.
The inflation rate sits within the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas' 2 to 4% target rate for 2019 and 2020. According to the BSP, although the inflation rate is within their target, crude oil prices need to be monitored as well as the weakening global economic environment. The BSP meanwhile continues to ensure price stability to achieve a balanced and sustainable economy. Meanwhile, the National Economic and Development Authority said the stabilizing inflation is a product of the country's efforts towards economic growth. NEDA adds the low inflation in rice is due to an adequate supply of rice and boosted by the arrival of imported rice to put the Rice Liberalization Act in effect. The law guarantees affordable rice, especially to low-income households. Although some areas of the country are beginning to receive some rainfall, Pernia adds the effects of El Nino on utility rates and global oil price should be carefully examined. Naomi Tiburcio, for the Nation.
Beyond the headlines,
It's news with a different perspective.
before the day ends,
For events that shape our views and impacts the world around us.
we keep you up to speed.
With Richmond Cruz and Charms Espina. PTV News Headlines, your comprehensive nightly news source, only here.